Legends of War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster campaign, playing as the Golden Order on Mortal Empires, and I believe it's on hard difficulty. Now this campaign is a giant mess, let me just put it that way. He's got a lot of territory, but in all honesty, that's part of the problem. He's got a few consolidated provinces and quite a few enemies, and he's got negative imperial authority. So his campaign is just a giant mess, and in this, what I'm going to do is tidy things up. I'm not necessarily going to conquer more territory for him. If anything, we're probably going to end up with fewer regions at the end of this than what we start off as, but what we're going to do is tidy things up significantly and reduce the difficulty. Not the difficulty in terms of like bring it down to normal, but reduce the difficulty that the campaign is having. So first thing, let's try and get some peace treaties. Okay, there's no reason to be at war with it. Good, that's good. Yeah, we're not going to get out of that war anytime soon.
Why talk to
No.
Yes? Do not waste my time.
Okay.
The Empire.
And I'm also going to obviously fix up his finances. So, you're stuck there. I don't think you'll make the attack because Abraham's got some garrison there. Alright, I can see over here that that Hochland has 9 fealty with you, and that the Brass Keep hasn't actually been occupied yet. This is an amazing opportunity for you. Recruit some dude. Extra campaign movement range, right? I know we're low on money, but if we give this settlement back to him, it'll get us back up to 10 fealty, and then he'll be able to give us an imperial authority. We do not want to actually confederate him. You don't need more territory. Now, that's going to be a bit of a burden on your finances, but it's okay, because he's only going to be hired for a short time. Now, over here, we've got Balthazar Gelt. I don't know what you were trying to do with him. He's probably not strong enough to take on Azag here, and it'll take him quite a while to get back. So what we're going to do here, we're going to free up our finances by getting rid of him. Can't disband him outright, and then just get rid of him. Okay, that's going to fix your finances up somewhat. Alright, and now I think you're left with 2 armies. You've got one over here. Let's force march him. Let's deal with Hochland first. Sorry, Hochland. Deal with Wissenland first, and then we'll just, one enemy at a time. Don't spread yourself out too thin. Divide and conquer. Well, you were getting divided and conquered. Alright, so then let's start looking at the provinces and seeing what we could, what we can afford to lose and what we need to keep. So let's sort of buy money. So Talabakland makes the most amount of money, but it's also bordering Ostland. There's a chance we could build this up, because they weren't stronger than us. If we have a look at their military presence, it's only at 1. Military presence of 7. It'd probably be easier to deal with Ostland first, but they're not coming at us. So I'm not going to build this up right now. You don't need this. You don't need that. Where's Krugenheim? Yeah, maybe building walls there would be a good idea. You don't need this here. You should build it in a minor settlement. You don't need that. Keep that. And yeah, that's fine for now. Alright, then Averland. Yeah, you kind of need this. You don't need this. You don't need that. Hang on. If you've got, for one thing, all of your trade is cancelled because of this. But you've got the wine building there. Whilst this does provide public order, your public order's fine, so you don't need that. And you've already got an artillery building somewhere else, so leave that be. We should probably build walls here. That's screwed, nothing I can do about that. So there was a revolt here, but honestly, this province isn't worth much to you, I don't think. So I would recommend pulling out all funds from it. Hang on. Maybe just leave that for now. And let's build public... Well, let's get rid of these two, and maybe we'll build public order here just to make sure it's under control. We'll see. That's not a super important province. Then over here, the Black Mountains. Repairing this... Not too expensive. I'm not sure what happened to it. Did you get sacked? No, I reckon it was an agent action. Don't need that. Alright, repair... No, we need to save up that money for other things. And then there's that. Okay, that's fine.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. First priority needs to be, obviously, lifting this siege. There's a decent chance that if they attack, we can actually beat it. And then we need to let me just have a look here. If I was playing in one of my campaigns and I was in positive Imperial Authority, I'd conquer them outright. But if you do that, you're going to have even less Imperial Authority. So what we should probably try and work on is actually getting their Imperial Authority, their fealty up to 10. But that's going to be really difficult because in order to do that, we have to demolish these two settlements over a period of like quite a few turns. It might be better off to definitely demolish those settlements, but wreck their armies, demolish these settlements, and then get a peace treaty with them, and then just leave them alone for a while. Alright, we'll see how we go with that. Let's move on. Top priority needs to be get out of the wars firstly, because you shouldn't be at war right now. It's not a good you're not going to get out of the war with the greenskins, but get out of the war with the elector counts. That's the first priority. One at a time. Don't send half-assed forces that are going to lose against both. We'll win against Wissenland, and then we'll go win against Ostland. Then we need to defend against the greenskins. Then we got to focus on building up your Imperial Authority back up and getting some prestige. We can use that prestige to improve the relations with some of the other elector counts so that you can start getting a decent amount of Imperial Authority come in. Now, we also need more prestige just in case of political events so you can get that extra Imperial Authority. Hopefully we get lucky with that. Because you got a long way to go up. Like, -4 is really bad. Because in my campaigns that I play as the Empire, I don't let it go beyond, like, 0. Keep that Imperial Authority nice and high. You do not need to confederate. It is not worth gaining territory at the cost of going into negative Imperial Authority until you've actually confederated the last of them. But that being said, it's still better to be in positive Imperial Authority because you get global bonuses. Which now you've got penalties. Which, since it's only on hard difficulty, it's not that big of a deal. Alright. Well, we've got a lot of money from doing that. Yeah, okay, we don't need that. So, this one here, this will be your recruiting province. You only need 1. I know I got rid of the cavalry building, but you just don't need it. Alright, you need to build walls here to protect against Ostland. Alright, hopefully no one's going to get in our way. Get over here. So these guys here don't have high relations with us. If we had enough prestige, if we got them up to 250, they'd start feeding us with Imperial Authority. Oh fuck, we got blocked. To the provinces. Let us move. We could probably make it there in 1 turn if we weren't blocked.
Moving off. By Sigma, no. Greetings from Sigma.
Alright, I'll force march him in. Because I'm pretty sure that if this army here attacks it, it will be fine. And what I might do here instead is actually go into ambush stance, creep up on them this way. But the problem is that some of these agents might detect him. Just have to take that chance. Shouldn't need to build walls in Averheim. Best build it up to tier 4, and then we'll see what we can do about this stuff in a bit. We want to start getting some more wizards. I don't think you've got any. Yeah, get that going. We also need to make sure we've got enough money to occupy the... Oh, actually, no, it doesn't cost us anything to do that, does it? So Kislev's gonna blow. We've got enough money that we can build this. Should probably build walls here. Alright, we'll see if we can get away with this. There's a good chance that we'll lose it before then, but I'll see what we can do.
I will marshal the men.
Alright, as for your witch hunter, you really, in my opinion, shouldn't have witch hunters in your armies they're just not good fighters, and they don't boost your army by very much at all. I think that they make excellent agents on the campaign map. So, not right now, but soon, we're going to detach him. And warrior priests are definitely good, but you should go for disciplined. But right now, it's no time to be picky. How did you get him if you didn't have any... I don't know how you got him. Doesn't matter. Okay, Grenstad, leave that be. What are we going to build here at Averheim now? It's only on hard difficulty, so I don't have to worry too much about public order. But by building it up, we can get more witch hunters. And those are definitely good. Might be a good idea to increase your capacity for warrior priests. Warrior priests are really good. And let's build that. Okay. Hopefully we can get that done before this guy arrives, because that's only going to take 3 turns, but we'll see. I'm pretty sure he's making a beeline straight for here, but we might ambush him if he comes around this way. We'll see. Alright, let's move on. Still got to wait a few more turns before we can get back Gelt, but even if we had force marched him over here, he still wouldn't have arrived in time. And he's just costing us money with that army. Don't live outside your means. Yeah, once we start tidying all this stuff up, it's good. It'll be so much easier because it's only on hard difficulty, and legendary difficulty is so significantly more difficult than hard difficulty, unless you screw up like this. There's nothing we can do about that. Just be a waste of time to fight it. Alright, at least they didn't detect us. Alright, cool. Not detected, but he went down that way. So, who knows what that's going to mean. Hopefully they don't go for Steingart. But we'll just have to see. Well, obviously we're going to side with Middenland. That, duh. Yep, that'd be good. This all seems fine so far. I mean, that'd be good, but need 7 grand. Not entirely sure where they're going. If they besiege Grenstad, that doesn't matter so much. We should actually be able to beat them with that.
Now, by Sigma's right. Ready. To the provinces.
Right, now we can lift this siege.
Attack! The nation calls.
Put him in there, and...
Not likely.
Right, he can't get to us, so bring him in over here, and we're probably going to have to sack Nuln. Oh no, we'll see. Let's just bring our forces in together, and really put the smackdown on Wissenland, but we don't want to wipe them out, because you don't want more Imperial Authority loss.
Do not waste my time with petty.
Okay, they're considered about equal to us. Ostland a little bit weaker,
You dare come at me.
but they absolutely refuse peace. Okay, military presence of 5 means that they actually have 10 units around here.
Huntsman General, we will. Target spotted!
Yep, return that to the Elector, and then bugger off. Now, next turn you'll get a Confederation offer from them, and we can use that to get 1 extra Imperial Authority every 20 turns. Still, it'll be a while before you get any more, but if you could do another Confederation, it's utterly stupid at this point. We don't need the territory, and you definitely need to get this back under control. So the next one we might want to try to fix relations with Oh, they don't like us either. You declined to defend the settlement? Ugh. God damn it. No wonder they don't like you. Okay,
Greetings from Sigma.
yeah, we'll need to use prestige for that, but all in due time. If we use it all now... No, not yet. We gotta get a decisive victory down and get some prestige. Luckily, blowing up these settlements here will give us some prestige. As well. Okay, so vert bad. Let's grab walls. And you don't need that. Do we need walls here? It should be fine. Maybe just leave it be for the time being. This one needs walls because it's on the border there. Yeah, we've already got a... Oh, hang on. We might actually want to recruit
I will marshal the men.
some additional troops. But then again, we can just recruit some basic troops and that'll be fine, so get rid of that. Yeah, you don't need that either. This is fine, and... Yeah, all that's fine. Like I said, you only need one recruiting province and we've got that. And you've got 2 armies for now, that's more than enough. Moving on. I definitely lean towards the side of being conservative when it comes down to these Total War games. I really feel like wasting money is just absolutely criminal, especially if you're playing on Legendary difficulty. Seeing multiple like barracks across provinces, I just don't see the point in it. Since most of the time they just sit there not doing anything. I mean, it's very, very rare you'd ever be recruiting 2 armies at once. Very rare. Unless you're really bad at the game. Because, like, once an army is recruited, like, you could just... As long as you don't lose units, which you shouldn't be, it just replenishes over time after every battle. And you don't need the barracks for that. Totally fine to have multiple recruiting provinces if it's only like invested into minor settlements and it's not taking away from other, say, money-making buildings. Because it's better to have more armies because you've got better economy, but only one recruiting province. So you recruit your armies slowly over time, and then just hold on to them carefully. So yeah, assert their independence. Okay, and that has improved things. So we've improved the public order by 2, so that certainly helps. Now, where did they go? Did they head up over here? They've got a military presence, so yes, they did.
To strengthen the empire. It is for the best.
I don't know where they've gone. The other army, that is. Alright, just leave that be. So, what did they do over here? Okay, they reoccupied Kislev. It's kind of stupid how they raise the settlement and then reoccupy it, but that's up to them. Okay. Alright, so yeah, let's move both of our guys up to here.
Now,
They must have force marched all the way back to Nuln. Okay, that's easy. Yeah, there they are. Well, they didn't have to force march. Wait, that wasn't the army. There was... They could be hiding. Doesn't matter. Stay close to each other and we'll be fine. It might be best if we sack this settlement first rather than blow up these 2. And then, of course, hand it back to them. Shouldn't need to build walls in this province, but considering the importance of it, I think we need to.
This would break my vows.
Making decent coin. Let's increase our capacity for battle wizards, and yeah, that'll do another turn. Right, all of this looks fine. Alright, so yeah, first step, let's get Wissenland out of this war. So I'm curious to know how long you can, what the time is after demolishing a settlement that you can demolish it again and return it. I tried 9 turns and that didn't cause any Imperial Authority loss. I wonder if it's just 1 turn. Because it used to be you could just do it multiple times a turn. I mean, if before the patch, we could have gotten this to 10 fealty next turn, no problem. But now I'm not entirely sure because it doesn't give you exact guidelines. It just says recently damaged. What is recently? How long is a piece of string? It's not very specific. Is it 2 turns, 5 turns, 1 turn? It's not 10 turns. I know that much. Now, I don't think we'll lose Imperial Authority for sacking their capital. So that's where they are. Someone's gonna have to go back there. Because we didn't build walls at Averhome.
Who calls?
Problem is I definitely can't get back there in a single turn.
Sigma forbids this.
Ugh. Yeah, because I didn't see where they were. Over here, there's a big garrison. Oh, shit.
Time.
It might be better. Let me just see here. How am I going to do this? Sack value is really high. We could... Let me just see.
Impossible.
Could I win that with just 1 army?
Yes.
Probably, if I give them some more artillery.
Step to it. What does the
Oh,
Emperor
shit.
bid?
No, I can't make it there this turn. Well, then we'll blow up that settlement there this turn, but then we'll be able to make it to there. Alright, you come over here,
Pick up the pace.
just by regular march, and we'll just pick up a few extra soldiers.
It is war.
Alright, we definitely need to fight this manually so that we don't take any damage. But yeah, you gotta blow it up. With this amount of artillery, we should easily be able to deal with the enemy siege. Would certainly help if we had some magics. Maybe we'll be able to get access to Gelt next turn. I think it's been about 5 turns. Because this dude here is nothing special.
Ordnance ready.
It's only a small army. This terrain here sucks with artillery.
For Heldenhammer! The Empire is yours. Spearmen. Sigma commands. Mortar.
Alright, we'll see how that goes. They'll come at us, we just need to be patient. Just gotta be patient. They will come at us because we've got artillery. Yeah. Okay, like I said, just have to be patient. And they're just gonna get totally nuked before they even get close. Doesn't really matter if this guy here takes damage, especially if he's gonna be replaced. Alright, so yeah, raise it. And then hand it back. Cool, didn't lose any Imperial Authority. But if I do it again... Yeah, not good. But it got us some fealty with them. Oh shit, that's where the other army went. It's possible that it might send both armies over here to attack us. But we've got the garrison here. Actually, I kind of hope that they do that.
The nation calls.
Rather than take Averheim. We need Averheim. Because we can stop them next turn. But I gotta get there, that's the problem.
Now,
So when do we get Gelt? Next turn, okay. Blech. Emperor's finest, bloody hell. Imperial Gunnery, that's what you need. And Lightning Strike. Alright, Warrior Priest. He doesn't really need a Warhorse, you should probably take him off that. I actually find he's better on foot. Melee defense is what they need. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's see if they're willing to peace out at the moment. No. Okay. Just have to hope he doesn't make the attack on Averheim. Alright, Kappelberg, let's try and get the walls built there. We've got enough growth, but not enough money. Yeah, we just have got to hope that Ostland doesn't come down here yet. Military presence of 9, that means they've got a full stack ready, almost a full stack ready to go.
My hand hovers close.
This might end up being a complete waste of money. You might actually need to... yeah, I really don't think we're going to get the walls built there in time. So build it here. So what's going on with these trade agreements? It doesn't matter. We don't lose Imperial Authority for sacking settlements, do we? No, Empire Province Capitals raised, so we definitely can't raise it. Alright. And let's move on. But we'll get a good amount of money from sacking Nuln. And if we can get a decisive victory down on some of these guys here, then they might be willing to peace out. It would also be good to blow up Wissenberg first before we do that. Get their fealty up to 4. Because let's be honest, it's going to take forever for that to become a 10. But you got to start somewhere. Could just outright conquer them, but now's not the time to do that when you're at negative Imperial Authority anyway. It's going to be a long time before you're actually going to be able to confederate or destroy another elect account. So the biggest hope here is that they don't attack Averheim. Here comes their turn. Good. Alright, if possible, what level is he? Level 8. What's the chances of success to block him? 53. It's not ideal, especially with my luck.
the Empire. Yes.
Alright, if we want to stop this siege this turn,
Let's move.
gotta do that. But what we could do is just stand there, because I don't think the other army is close enough to be able to reinforce. Because if I attack him now, he'll probably just run away. But that might be best.
Into
Yeah.
battle.
And then get into Averheim so you don't get attacked over the end turn.
What does the Emperor bid?
Alright, yeah, we just have to
To battle.
withdraw. Okay, here we go. What level's Nuln? Level 5.
Praise
Yeah, we might need to sack it into Oblivion so they're not able to recruit any good units anymore.
for Helden Hammer.
So it gives us pretty bad odds, but we've got everything that we need here to actually get ourselves a good victory. Oh, hang on, before we do that,
To
get
battle.
Gelt back.
Fight for our nation.
Please tell me he's on a Pegasus. Good. Good, good, good. This here is going to win you the war. Possibly. Sooner we can get out of this war, sooner we can go up there and deal with Ostland. Sooner that Ostland is dealt with, sooner you can focus on the Greenskins. I don't know if there's going to be enough time for me to focus on that. We're already half hour into this, and there's still... This battle's not going to be quick. There's still a lot to be done. It's just one of those things, like, Imperial Authority just takes a long time to fix up. But things are definitely better now than they were. Even though we've got fewer territories, things are better now than they were before. Just slightly. So, these settlements here is best to attack the corner.
Missiles will fly.
Probably going to want to destroy both of those.
Stay troops ready. Great cannon. Yes, General. Our weapons are yours.
Don't want to use the mortars for blowing up towers.
The Empire endures.
And have these guys here tanking the towers.
Great cannon.
Alright, so the odds that it gave us were way worse than what it actually is. I really miss seeing balance of power in my legendary difficulty campaigns, because most of the time I have no idea how well things are going. I just gotta guess. Okay, yeah, these are good for taking out towers. Alright, cool. Then you want to bring the cannons over to about here so we can start shooting down the line there. Before we start bombing the settlement, it's probably best to use up as much magic as possible because this works best against concentrated forces. And also to start wasting the ammunition of the mortars. I don't know if I want to waste the ammunition of the Hellblaster volley guns. Oh, you didn't put enough points into that.
I am master of
Just having a look at this at the moment, seeing if that's going up. But that's a really good cast there. That worked out very nicely for us.
Ulrich's wrath on them.
So yeah, it's really good at thinning them out, but not so good at finishing the job. So that one didn't go so well, but there's always a degree of randomness to it. Alright, maybe a bit of that. Oh yeah, that's right. Magic's more effective on large unit scale than it is on huge unit scale, so that actually did a lot more damage. Alright, maybe I should keep doing this. Man, 2 of them and that unit's just about wiped out. That's really good. And we've got quite a bit of magic. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have done that one on there. Nah, it's not as effective there anymore. So at this point here, Balthazar's already done his worth, for sure. there's still a lot more work to be done. Bouncer power is improving in our favor. So these guys are ready to start shooting, but like I said, use up the magic first. If all goes well, we'll win the battle without having to even send anyone into melee. Maybe we should occupy the settlement. Just leave them with Wissenland and whatever, the two minor settlements. Yeah, that actually might be better. Because, like, these guys are never going to confederate. You'd be better off conquering them. The settlement's already at level 5. Let's take it. Because as long as you don't wipe them out utterly, you don't lose Imperial authority. It's alright, we'll loot and occupy the settlement, I guess. We should probably leave them with both of the minor settlements. I don't know, I'll think about it. Alright, he's done quite a bit of damage. Still got plenty of magic though. Alright, there's no one really here to protect the units here. Why don't we go into melee? Not sure how this does against artillery. That's not bad. Fuck me, they're actually shooting me at point blank range there. Okay, just get out, that's not working. But I think this might actually work. Because like the artillery is their best units. In terms of, as far as the bouncer power is concerned. And it looks like it's actually blowing up their artillery pieces. Yeah, it is. Nice of them to blob up like this for me. Just feigning attacks to keep them confused. This spell's really good on this unit scale. Holy shit. So the Hellblaster volley guns have all been destroyed. That's excellent. If you could just stay put there, please. Okay, maybe go stand back over here. It's time to start using the artillery. Start moving these guys a bit more forward. Yeah, if he just stands there, you can go and get some more Winds of Magic and might still be able to use it from here. The cannon's not destroyed yet. That could actually knock us out of the sky, even if it's just one of them. That should destroy it. Good. Mortars won't hit us. Bouncer power's in our favour now. Now we just got to try to get the win without too much collateral damage done to us. So far, so good. We might also need to create a breach, just in case the artillery doesn't quite inflict enough damage. And create a breach there. Okay, it's all looking alright. I think we really need to get rid of the missile units so that the few archers that we have are going to be able to maybe deal with those Empire Knights. So it seemed to be taking a fair bit of damage. What's still shooting at us? It's just... Oh, wait, they've still got a great cannon. Oh, oops. Get rid of that. Okay, all good there. Bouncer power hasn't really moved much in our favor recently. Because the thing is, as you use up your ammunition, it actually reduces your bouncer power. That's why you gotta try to get that extra ammo. Oh, well, it's too late now. Oh, those are just pistoliers. Alright, let's bring up the archers now. There's no missile units facing out this way, so we should be fine to get in there and do a bit of damage. But the mortars, they did okay. They didn't do amazingly well. They did okay. Nah. They don't dodge us so much on the walls there. Alright, let's get rid of the Empire Knights. Even though Empire Knights are shit, they're worth a fair bit of balance of power. And that's what we're going to do. Try to get the balance of power so much in our favor that it just ends the battle. I keep using magic, but the magic's not really doing very much to us, so I'm not too concerned. Maybe taking out the Bright Wizard might be a good idea. But no, it's not a good idea. We're not doing much damage. Okay, stand a bit back. Maybe shoot at some of these guys here. Okay, looking alright. We might actually have to go into melee, but things are looking like it's going to be fine for that. And we're just about out of ammo. Alright, well the enemy is out of artillery. Let's go in now. Got 30 winds of magic, so we'll see what we can do with that. We can get a bit of a mosh pit going on here, bit of a blob. Can cast more of those spells quite easily. They seem to be just ignoring us.
Great swords! Show us the foe! The Empire endures! Shoot them!
Oh, okay, that didn't do much. Doesn't do much against armored troops. I mean, these guys... Oh, they've got 95 armor. Okay. Maybe bring the Pistoliers over here as well. Might take out the wizard. Good, I think he's dead. Okay, no more recharge left, but we've still got a bit of winds to use. Alright, Gelt's taking a bit too much damage, let's pull him out. So everything's looking good for a win. Just try to minimize casualties. Alright, there it is. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so yeah, I was originally going to sack it, but I think we'll loot and occupy it, because fuck them, that's why. This will make up for your loss of Kislev for sure. It's a much better settlement. You know, because there's going to be a tier 4 where Kislev was tier 3. Don't want to sack and occupy or else we go down to tier 3. Okay, cool. So that's also going to reduce upkeep cost for the mortars. And we can get ourselves a wizard here. Straight up disciplined. Very nice. Okay, grab that. Obviously, you don't really want to attach that to Gelt's army. His magic's fine. But the other dude, which you'll have to catch up. Then there's other, like, noble ones, because you can get heaps of wizards, but the problem is you actually really want to have a really rich province, which you don't really have right now. Even if you put it in Teller Backland, it's probably not going to make that much of a profit, so best off just hold off on doing that for now. Yeah, you need another point into that. There's a lot of things you got to get, and you put a lot of shit in here. This is garbage. What a waste. Needs campaign movement range. Yeah, really poorly leveled up, dude. That's not good at all. Like, all of this here is bad. Bad, bad, bad. Oh, hang on. Pistol Corpse isn't bad. Yeah, Pistol Corpse isn't bad, but these two here, that's definitely some wasted points. Let's see if they want peace now.
My hand hovers close to my...
Hang on. There's... Sterling, they might want a trade agreement.
And make your offer, but I make no promises.
Alright, non-aggression pact will do for now. Trade agreement's not essential.
Disagree with that?
Blech. Maybe I'll just give them a little bit of money to wet the whistle. Money doesn't sway that much in diplomacy that much these days. Alright, just forget it. Just improve the relation and deal with that later. Okay. So we're gonna have to get an actual victory against them on the battlefield. But they're not going to be able to recruit any more units, I'll make sure of that. We should come over here, demolish, and give back Wissenland. I don't know. Alright, well, we've got plenty of money, let's see what we can spend it on. That's good. Not essential, but we got the money. Probably will want walls here, just in case. Oh, shit. Well, that'll maintain public order at least. Once it's built. Alright, everything looks good. And let's move on. You'll never have Gelt reach his maximum potential now because of the way he's been leveled up. Gelt's one of those characters that requires every single point to be on point. If you waste any points with him, he'll never achieve his full potential because there's basically more than 39 good skills for Balthazar Gelt to get, so you really need to make sure you don't waste any points, and unfortunately some points have been wasted. Looks like they might come down to Essen and take that, but whatever. It doesn't matter. This province, it just doesn't matter. Gotta deal with the elector counts before we start focusing on the greenskins. Alright, so here's something. What happens if we attack this settlement now and we lose Imperial authority? Because it doesn't warn you. Because it was, what was that, 2 turns ago now?
I will not obey.
See, I don't know what the time limit is on it. It doesn't tell you. Alright, well, you can defeat this one. Defeating this one might actually cause them to peace out.
So it is time.
Just seeing what I can do in the meantime. Yeah, he needs to get over here, but he's not going to be able to participate in the battle. I mean, our army is shit, but their army is shit as well.
I will marshal the men. Ready.
Theirs is probably a little bit more shit than
Raise
ours.
your weapons.
I mean, it gives them good odds. Those are pistoliers, aren't they? Yeah, no, I think I can win this. We've got cavalry superiority on a field battle, and they've got a lot of stuff that's weak against cavalry, so I think we've actually got a tactical advantage. And it is only on hard difficulty, so knights don't do too badly. They're still shit. They're just not 100% shit. They're more like 75% shit. Alright, this terrain's not great. I think we'll set up over here. Our front line does not damage dealers, so they just need to hold the line as much as possible. I gotta try and get up to here.
Awaiting command.
Okay, I'm gonna make the cavalry, the heavy cavalry, go through here, and the pistoliers We'll come in through the side, try and get rid of the enemy artillery. Look at that, the odds are actually in our favor, so the AI does definitely get some bonuses to their, I forgot to move them, that's okay. Move up to here. They're probably going to take a defensive position because we don't have artillery, but that's okay. If we're standing here with the gunners, we don't need to create gaps in our lines, we'll be able to shoot over their heads.
To battle! No lingering!
Formation, march!
At speed! For skull splitter! At speed! Taking position!
Better we go after their missile units, just ignore this shit.
General! To battle! Ready!
And hopefully this will force them to charge at us, especially if we can get rid of these mortars.
Moving now! Yes, General! To battle! Ready to serve! Formation march! Quickly! We obey! Moving now!
This is the best position for our army to stand in. I really need to get them to come at us now.
Sigma calls!
That's why the cavalry needs to succeed.
Ready to serve! Your orders? To battle! For the Emperor! The ground quakes! My comrades! Sir! The Empire endures! Yes, General! Now!
Maybe move him forward just a little bit.
Pistoliers! At speed! Go! Ready!
They still are on the artillery.
Sigma calls!
And they're... I need to move forward. It's unfortunate, but we've got to do what we've got to do.
Take the ground!
So far the battle's gone okay.
Yes, sir! Quickly! Ready! Your orders? Quick march! Emperor's might! Sigma calls!
Alright, at least our gunners are shooting now.
For the Emperor! Ready! Emperor's might!
And they are seemingly coming at us in kind of waves.
For Heldenhammer! It is war!
Our steeds are restless! Yes, General!
Go inside here, see if we can flank him again. Same with you, try and get to that artillery. That's by far the biggest threat, it's doing all the damage here.
Accuse them!
Wasting their ammo with the heroes might have actually been a better job, better thing to do, but we're still gonna win, it's just, it would have been better.
Sigma calls! Your orders?
Because we could have done that without even taking any damage.
For the Emperor! Final command! Take the ground! For France! For skulls!
Slay the heretics!
Formation march! Fire! Fire!
For the Heldenhammer!
So far so good, bounce power's moving more in our favour.
Ready for war! Charge! Taking position! This up quickly! Taking position! Ready! Yes, General!
No lingering!
The ground quakes! Spearman! Go for the Emperor!
Alright, how are we going now? Okay, it looks like they took the crew off the mortars, that's excellent. Yeah, their army's in disarray now. We've certainly won the battle. We just got to finish the job. Shit. Oh, man, wasn't paying attention there. It's alright. Not wiped out. It'll be okay. This war will be over soon. These guys get plenty of time to replenish. Okay, there we go. Now just try and run down as many of them as possible. Because we still got to finish the job, I think. Good, nice tidy up. Should actually be able to auto-resolve the next fight, I think. Alright, that'll do. I'd be very surprised if they weren't willing to peace out now. We've got a clear advantage over them. Yeah, I'll take the replenishment rates. Money's alright for the time being.
I will not
Oh, is that all that's left? Very nice.
Do not waste
Yep,
my
they're willing to peace out, but just for added punishment, finish this dude off. And we'll get a blood kiss. Oh, we're not playing Vampire Cast. It's fine.
step to it.
Geez, we're in really good shape after all that.
Why talk to you? The Grand Theogonists should declare you traitors and heretics.
Yeah, you don't ever want to go to war with them again. Bloody hell.
Yes.
Alright. Alright, well at least with trade with them, that's going to ensure that they're not going to bother you again. And you get to keep Nuln, without any Imperial Authority loss.
I am the supreme patriarch.
Now we got to get to Ostland. Let's see if they're willing to peace out anyway. No.
Dare come at me.
Got a lot of prestige from all that, which is certainly good. So you went to war with these guys, didn't you? You declined to defend them twice? Okay. Probably would be good to capture Flensburg. I wouldn't worry about it right now. Okay, let's see. Well, we got to start putting some of these artillery back in here. That's too much. We just needed it for that siege.
I will marshal the men.
But there's nothing between us and Telebackland, so let's just get moving. Who cares about trespassing on their territory? Fuck them. Just got to get moving.
Flame on.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that. I mean, ideally it'd be good for disciplined, but that ship sailed. Just gotta get whatever you can get now. Knowledgeable. Now, funny thing is, you don't really need knowledgeable as the Empire, because
I am ready. Are you?
if you need more magic, then you should have plenty of apprentice wizard traits in here. Followers. And you can put it on your other dudes, like these ones. Like, it drops really often.
So?
Yeah, you really should have lightning strike as well, so just grab that. Okay, that's all looking pretty good.
What do you require?
Alright, let's see. How's the public order in all of our regions? So, Ostermark's not great. It's because of raiding. It's not going to revolt, though, because this will fix it. However, we're probably still going to lose it anyway, because, you know, they're on the way. And they are certainly not going to peace out. That's why we're going to deal with all the other guys first. And since we're already at an hour, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move you into position, and then we'll probably just leave it there. Because things are already in much better shape. I mean, it's just going to take a long time to fix the Imperial Authority. Being out of war from here and stopping the siege there, that is a big deal. And you should, unless you're total shit at the game, you should be able to handle whatever they're going to throw at you with these two armies here. So maybe we might just leave it there. I'll give him instructions from that point on. At least the war with Wissenland is over. It's still not in great shape, but I really wouldn't call this a disaster campaign anymore. Financially, things are a lot better. At least you can get a fair bit of... You know, it'll take like 60 turns just with them alone. But there's a possibility that you can get improved fealty with the other 3 elector counts over here to get more Imperial Authority. Anyway, that's the end of this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Later, fuckers.